You know that feeling, right? You say yes to something just to be nice, and then immediately, boom, that sinking feeling in your gut. Well, today we're going to dig into that simple act of saying yes and reveal the surprisingly high price you might be paying without even realizing it.
Okay, just let that one sink in for a minute. And look, this isn't about being selfish. Not at all. It's about this slow, silent erosion of the person you could be. It's less of a metaphor and really more of a warning about the little pieces of yourself you're giving away with every single reluctant agreement.
I mean, you've felt that, haven't you? You spend your whole day being agreeable, helping everyone out, and by the time you're done, you are just completely drained. There's nothing left in the tank for you. Well, that feeling, it is not just in your head. There is a very real cost to being nice, and we're about to break it all down.
Okay, so first up, let's completely reframe how we think about this. Every single yes you give isn't just an agreement, it's a transaction. And just like any transaction, there's a cost. The problem is, in this case, it's a steep, hidden tax on your life, your time, and your energy.
And here is the fundamental trade-off you are making. That little rush you get from making somebody happy, that quick hit of external validation, it's temporary. It fades fast. But what you're giving up in exchange, your long-term autonomy, the power to direct your own life, that's a permanent loss. It's a bad deal every single time.
So let's actually give this feeling a name: the compliance tax. And we're not just talking about being a little tired here. This is neurological fatigue. It's a genuine drain on your brain power, an internal erosion that just eats away at your ability to think, to focus, to create. It makes that abstract feeling of burnout very, very real.
So what is actually happening inside your brain when you're stuck in this cycle? Let's get into the science of it and really understand why being a chronic people pleaser is so physically and mentally draining.
This is absolutely crucial. Every time you say yes, when every part of you wants to scream no, you are suppressing a genuine desire. And that act of suppression, well, it isn't free. It takes mental energy. Over time, the accumulated weight of all those suppressed needs and wants literally exhausts your brain. Let's just look at this trade-off one more time because it's so important. On one side of the scale, you get a fleeting hit of approval from someone else. Feels good for a second, right? But on the other side, you're chipping away at your sense of self, your autonomy, the very foundation of who you are. As you can see, the scales are not even close to balanced.
Now, this all leads us to the most serious consequence of all. This goes way beyond being tired or stressed out. The ultimate price of constant compliance is losing the plot of your own life. I mean, really let this question land. When you are constantly living to please other people, fulfilling their needs, following their scripts, your own story gets pushed to the margins. You become a supporting actor in a life that is supposed to be yours. And what starts to grow in that space where your own desires used to be? Resentment. And this isn't just being in a bad mood. The source material calls this compliance-bred resentment, a poison to your mental integrity. It's this toxic byproduct that corrupts your relationships, first with others, and most importantly, with yourself.
And here it is. The final bill for the compliance tax. It is a total loss of personal identity. You spend so long ignoring what you want that you literally forget who you are. You look in the mirror and you don't even recognize the person staring back. That is the highest cost of all.
But hey, it doesn't have to end there. Acknowledging this cost is the first, massive step. The next is learning how to stop paying the tax. It's time to find the path to self-loyalty and start reclaiming your own story.
The antidote to the poison of compliance is this powerful concept: radical self-loyalty. And let's be crystal clear, this is not about selfishness. It is about self-preservation. It is the active, conscious art of protecting your inner peace and your most valuable resource, your mental energy.
So, how do you actually do it? Well, it breaks down into 3 clear, actionable steps. First, you stop that automatic yes. You just introduce a pause. Second, you build calculated, intentional boundaries. And third, with the space you've just created, you actively reclaim your mental energy for your own goals and your own peace.
Ultimately, this is the fundamental mindset shift we're talking about. You are moving your focus from the outside world to your inside world. You're trading the exhausting hunt for external approval for the deep, lasting strength of internal, radical self-loyalty. So let's just do a quick recap. People-pleasing isn't a personality trait. It's a source of real neurological fatigue. It's a terrible trade of your long-term self for short-term validation. This behavior breeds a toxic resentment, but the way out is through radical self-loyalty, which is the path to reclaiming your own identity. And that brings us to the final crucial question. It's a call to action, not for tomorrow, but for right now. Think back to that first quote. With every yes, a version of you is lost. So I'll leave you with this. What version of you, what dream, what desire, what boundary will you choose to keep alive today?